right. What's up? What's going on? We are live. And we're 42 seconds out here from the close of Big Bar 15. And my man, we've got work to do. Let's get it done. So what I want to do is pop over, take a look at the two. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll have some fun on the 2 minute here today. All right, 5 minute bar number 15. Rolling over here now. Tiny little bear body, essentially a doji there. Let's hang out on a 2 minute here. ATR on a 2 minute chart is 40. That's really high. That's high for a 2 minute, but we love it. ATR over on a 5 minute 57, which is very good. I gotta tell you, I like the way that this 2 minute looks. Okay, we've got about the 50% retrace point. We've already been through that, though. This will be the second time. And bar 11 was really not that long ago, so... All right, I'll hang out on a 2 minute here, 20 seconds out. All right, bar 40, 2 minutes. What's up, guys? How we doing? Well, nothing on bar 40 here on the 2. 5 is not going to look much better. Nope. These last 2 bars, at least. Now, I imagine this is probably not going to be a thing. It's just so tight compared to the current ATR. And on the 5-minute, this little range, just a 2-minute chart. On the 5-minute, that's basically dojis with little wicks. It's not going to last. Yeah, I think you're right. I think just about anything could happen here. And NQ might just stick to 25. See, this is why... This is why we talk about S-tier levels. A lot of people say they get almost excited when we come around S-tier levels. Honestly, let's move away from it. I'm not interested. Because the market loves to get stuck to them for days and days and days. If we can move away from it, man, the quicker the better. This is the overnight on the 2-minute. You guys see this move, by the way? Last night. That was something, huh? All right, 43. What's up on the 2? Head over to the 5 and see what's going on. Yep. Big old bull body taking out the wick high of 16. 50 seconds left here on this 5-minute bar. But obviously that's very early after those last 2 dojis. So we'll hang out on the 2. This is a 2-minute that I'm on right now. So the bulls right now, they look to be struggling a little bit around that halfway point, the 50% retracement point. We probably have some profit taking. Not profit taking. We probably have some degenerate bull break-even taking going on the average in on this move. You know they did it. So now they're thanking their lucky stars and selling. Let them do that. Come on, bears. Babies, take it. There's the open a bar 45. By the way, this is a 2-minute chart. I tend to scalp, obviously, more on the 2-minute. All right, let's go back to the 5 for a second, see what's up. Yeah. Not much going on over there. So I'll hang out on the 2. Bears, you fucking babies. They don't want it. Yes, price action. Big fan of price action. Depends what you call pure price action. Everything I do is driven by RAM. But it's based on price action. Which, you know, by the way, you know, I don't think price action, well, I know that it's not the only way ever to trade. No one's making that claim. What I will say is everything else didn't work for me. And it all, when I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, why logically should this strategy work? And I couldn't figure out why logically these other strategies would work. The more screen time I had, the more understanding I had. They all felt a little hand wavy to me. I'm like, I'm not interested. Just give me something real. What's truth? I took a step back and I'm like, I'm fucking losing. That's all I do is lose. So what is the truth? Well, the truth is, what is the price? Everything else is conversation. News, don't care. Market won't react the way you expect. News is 50-50. Straight up. It gets baked in early. The algorithms that actually trade news have more information faster than you do. So why do you think that it wouldn't be a gamble if you're trading news? Okay. Other things like, well, let me try to, you know, I don't know. Let me try to front run smart money. Come on, big dog, really? What does that even mean? Smart money's making bets on AI stocks. So how are you front-running them as a day trader? That doesn't make too much sense. You're like, yeah, but you know, this strike, there's a lot of money on this strike and it expires today and they're going to have to rebalance, blah, blah. It's like, dude, there's a lot of middlemen in that conversation. My opinion has always been, since I really thought about this, let me just go to the truth and cut out all the middlemen. What is truth? Price. Price is truth. Everything else is a middleman. Now, the truth right now is that 25,000 is a real pain in my ass. All right, this 2-minute chart's heading into kind of more of a sideways range than anything. So we'll keep an eye out. Big Lurt! What's up, brother? Jones, how we doing? Bella in the chat. If you guys are real nice to Bella, maybe she'll send over some accounts for giveaways. So I wouldn't talk too much shit. Ed, how we doing, brother? Biggie! Big dog. Let's see if the Bears end up curling this. Obviously, right now, the two highest probability things are either we go sideways or we end up curling and heading toward the low. So 47 to me is a I need to wait on 48 type bar. Levi, good morning. Made an absolute rookie mistake today. Took a beautiful RAM trade, but one of my fundeds was sized to minis instead of micros, and I blew it. Yeah. What copier do you use? I've done it. I think everyone's done it. Everyone's done it. It gets harder and harder the more accounts you're managing at once, but like I use the affordable indicators copier, and it's pretty clear. There's a safeguard in place. Like if you swap one, what is it? If you switch it to mini, it resets the size, and it's really clear that it's on micro instead of mini. I don't know. I appreciate the safeguard. All right, let's watch 48. Let's pop over to the 5-minute as well. Take a peek at what that's looking like. Yeah, we'll watch bar 20. We'll watch bar 20. ATR over there, 55. Over here on the 2-minute, we're looking at 33 for the ATR. I got my eye on 49. All right, in our poll here, yep, 57% of you guys are trading the 5. Only 11% on the 2 and 21 on the 1-minute. What's that looking like? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, so this is why faster time frames, you can start making some mistakes. You see how that's not, you know, it's pretty clear on the 5. Look at this, it's like, yeah, that's definitely a concern. All right, by the way, a little bit later I will do... Let's give away 2 accounts. Apex evals for free. I gotta tell you, I think I haven't heard back from yesterday's winner. As far, at least I don't think. As far as, did it work on the new accounts or is it just legacy? Either way, you'll get a free Apex eval. The way that we'll do that is a little bit later in the stream. I'm not going to tell you when, but a bit later, we will, I'll give away an account to whoever's number 1 in the chat. There's like a ranking system, right? And whoever's number 2 in the chat. So currently, for example, it's X Jones is number 1, Levi's number 2, Gamma's number 3. A little bit later, we'll give away some free accounts to number 1 and 2. Yeah, the Discord, the link to the free Discord's in the description. Here, let's see if I can... Boom. There you go. Coming right into 25K. We love it. Now, let's see how this closes. 25K, I mean, we've been around it. This is the 4th time. Depends how you count it, of the day. So, you know, I gotta tell you, I don't really care too much at this point about 25K. Let's see if I can grab a little short rollover. Take it, Bears. Beautiful. There you go. All right, Bears, see what you got. ATR 30. There you go. Again, I'm on a 2-minute right now. And I'm just looking for scalps. Well, come on now, Bears, get it done. Big dog. There we go. Half ATR, better than half an ATR scalp. Let's move on. Trade number 1 of the day. About 1,800 bucks. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, you love to see it. This is where everyone goes, you should have held! Yeah, hindsight always works, right? Take a peek at the 5. Ooh, yeah, nice little 5-minute. Let's stick over on the 2 here, because I like this one. And let's see if I can grab another little scalp for a stop hunt. Come on, Bears, clean that guy up. Yeah, wick back. If they want to take that on a 2-minute chart, they want to take it in, you know, yeah, I'll give it 15. 15 is what that deserves. Bit of a wick. Not looking good. Pull it, no fill, no trade. All right, let's hop over to the 5, see what's going on over there. Yeah, 2.5 minutes out here from the close of the 5, so we'll get another rollover on the 2-minute first. I'll stay over there. Ooh. Bull's trying to take it higher here on the 2. Let's head back to the 5-minute. Right back to 25K. Man, if you haven't yet, please hit like on the stream. So again, a little later on here today, I'm going to give away a free Apex eval to, at the time of the giveaway, whoever's number 1 and number 2 in the chat. And you'll say, well, when is it? I don't know, man. Whoever maintains that number 1 and number 2 is big winners. Are big winners. English was never my strong suit. All right, rolling over here in about 15 seconds. See if the Bears clean this guy up. Nope, absolutely nothing. All right, back to it too. Let's see if we can grab some scalps. Fuck, I love scalping. Gotta love it. The word big, by the way, is the only word you are allowed to spam. That one is fair game. All right, there's a rollover into bar 54 here on the 2. Yeah, 253 out here. Someone says, I get not marrying a time frame. You're moving to a different time frame because of a shift in the market. Well, I've traded the 5 and the 2 a lot on stream, and here's the reality. I fucking love the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart's a great balance. The 5-minute chart is my home. The 2-minute chart is so much more, let's say, fun. If I can still have edge on the 2-minute chart, I mean, we've had so many days where I'll sit here for 2 hours on a 5-minute and we'll get nothing. And it's like, you know, that's fine for me. But, you know, if I can still maintain an edge while scalping, who wants to sit and watch me not take a trade for 2 hours? You know what I mean? Now, what I wouldn't do is go to a 10-second chart where I'll lose my fucking ass for the sake of entertainment. That's what we won't do. At least not too often. Alright, let's wait on bar 55 here. But yeah, if you're trading on your own, what I would encourage you to do is, if you're like, yeah, I just want to be a day trader, scalping's like whatever, I just want to be a day trader. 5-minute, maybe 15-minute chart, man, they're both great. I like the 5-minute. I've always been a scalper at heart, but the 5-minute's a great balance. To get that quality per trade up, especially if you're trading prop. But if you're like, this is a hard conversation because there's a lot of personal accountability that you have to do here. If you're just reckless as hell and you're like, I'm bored, man, the 5-minute's too slow, I need an excuse to do things all the time, so I'm going to go to a 1-minute chart. That's not the right reason. The right reason to go to a lower time frame is if A, the 5-minute is giving you absolutely nothing and the 2-minute's beautiful, for example. We're so close. I'm gonna wait. Let's go to the 5. If the 5-minute's giving you absolutely nothing and the 2-minute's beautiful, for, example, it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen. Or if you genuinely hate trading, if you're not enjoying yourself because the 5-minute is like too slow, or the 15-minute you're falling asleep at your desk, you're like, I need to be more engaged, or I don't want to do this for a living. Then trade a 3-minute, trade a 2-minute, trade a 1-minute chart. But you got to understand the trade-off here. You need to have positive expected value no matter what chart you're trading. That doesn't change. What is positive expected value? That over the course of 100 trades, you expect to be in the green. Total. Not on this trade, not on the next trade necessarily, but you can have this is what no one in the trading community understands. You can have a losing trade and it still had edge. When the casino loses a hand of blackjack to you, do you think you just conquered Las Vegas? No, unless you're not all that intelligent, which unfortunately you shouldn't be gambling if you don't understand the probabilities here. So if you lose a trade but you're like, I have edge, do you think you're just, you can't do this anymore, I can't trade full time anymore because I lost one trade? No, you shouldn't. You always got to have positive expected value no matter what time frame you're on. If you can have it on the 2 minute, great. If you can have it on the 5 or the 15, tremendous. Here's the trade-off. A 5 minute chart, for example, good balance, average trade quality, and trade sample size. It can be kind of slow sometimes. The 15 minute, you get a little better even on average quality per trade, much lower sample size of trades. 2 minute, average trade quality, a little lower, but the sample size goes way up. Okay, so here's the question on the extremes. Listen carefully. Would you rather, on the extremes, would you rather take one trade a year, but the edge is huge? Or would you rather take 100 trades a day and the edge is very, very small? And everywhere in between. That's time frames. Okay, so for me, a 1 minute, still in the window. A 2 minute, still in the window. 5 minute, in the window. 15 minute, in the window. Hourly, in the window. But like, if I trade a 30 minute chart intraday, I'm gonna fall asleep. I gotta think here. Ideally not. Ooh. Ooh, YM. Nothing there. Yeah, see, I think some of you guys still don't understand what I'm saying. I need you to listen carefully. The word quality does not equal the word probability. You understand? You're still operating under the assumption that win rate is all that edge is. So you're like, well, you should trade a 30-minute chart because the quality per trade is going to be higher. That's wrong. That's wrong. The quality per trade, key word, key phrasing, the quality per trade is a little higher. The quality of your trading that day is not higher or lower. It's arguably exactly the same. Because if the sample size is up, think of it this way, because this is the best, most manageable example in people's heads. If the casino has 2 different games, and you walk in, and they have a game that has super high edge for them, it says super high house edge, that they expect somebody to play once on the way into Caesar's Palace. You spin it once, the edge is massive for the house, and they move along because they go to the blackjack tables, they do whatever. They're like, yeah, that was fun, let's go into the casino. And then they have the blackjack tables, which are much lower house edge, but they expect people to sit and play for 3 hours. Which one's more valuable to the casino? Well, a lot of people would argue in that case, it's actually blackjack, even though the quality per hand is less because their actual profit is a lot bigger. Quality is a word that shouldn't really be used. I have used it to describe per trade, but that confuses everybody. This isn't about quality of the actual trading or the strategy, okay? This is about a sliding scale of how you get to your edge. Lower edge, bigger sample size. Larger edge, smaller sample size. That's the sliding scale. You got to understand that. It's just a sliding scale. It doesn't matter if I'm trading a 15, a 5, a 2, a 1. The 5 is my favorite balance. Okay? Don't marry a 5-minute though. If you can't trade any other time frame, that's a problem. But you will spend most of your time on one time frame. All right, minute 35 out here. Let's see what's up over here on the 2. Yeah, bar 60 rolling over here in a minute 25. Yeah, that's exactly right. The only time win rate means anything. By the way, if you're a little bit newer to trading, let me give you a peek behind the curtain here so you can sound, well, I mean, who gives a shit, but so that you'll sound much more intelligent among your peers if you care to talk about trading on the internet. Never ask, hey, what's your win rate? That's the dumbest question because it doesn't mean anything. Because if I went ahead and traded a 1 to 100 reward to risk ratio, I could sit here and tell you my win rate is 99%, 98%, and you'll be like, wow, he really knows what he's doing. No, I'm not. I'm trading like a fucking idiot. That doesn't mean anything. Win rate is so irrelevant unless you're trading 1-to-1 reward to risk on every single trade always, which means that your reward to risk is arbitrary, which means that you're not really trading anything logical. Because your reward to risk, it's going to depend on the trade. You have to do what's logical with the setup you're given. Yeah, now there's another side to this coin, by the way, right? The other side to that coin is your psychology. You might be able to produce a similar end result with a much higher sample size of trades, a much higher amount of trades, with less edge per trade on a 1-minute chart. But can you handle that psychologically? Or do you need to have a much higher edge per trade so that you're okay mentally on like a 15-minute chart? But there's another side to that other side of that coin, which is, well, think about it. If you're taking way less trades, if you happen to have a loser, you can't, there's the next trade might be a day away on a 30-minute chart, you know, or 2 days away. Can you sit with that? You got to really know yourself. I know it sounds stupid. It's not at all. That's very true. You have to understand yourself psychologically in trading. If you don't, you're not going to know which direction to kind of sit in or which area to sit. As far as time frame, right? There you go, bulls. All right, take a peek at a 5. Yeah, nothing on a 5. "30 seconds out here, big shrinking bull body. Let's see if the bulls can grow this a tad." Insecure bulls. All right, so I'll wait. What are we looking at as far as the ranking? Again, at some point, a little bit later on in the stream here, I'm going to give away an Apex eval for free to whoever's number 1 and number 2 in the chat. Right now we have Yoon in number 1 and Jones in number 2. But it's up for grabs, man. Nico, have you heard of the US 10Y? You're talking about 10-year treasury yield? Yeah, of course. We used to look at that every single day when we were talking a lot of economics, particularly what year was it? Maybe 2022? All right, 5-minute chart here is getting a little more interesting. Still 5 minutes out from the close. What an ugly little sequence here on the 2-minute. 5-minute, 340 out. So true about what you said yesterday. You have to become numb to the numbers when trading. Getting numb to bigger and bigger numbers. Yeah, man, I think that's one of the most... And forget about trading, dude. I mean, obviously it's what we're doing, but like... I'm not like just hearing myself talk. I mean, you have to get as numb as humanly possible. I mean, you're here to make money, right? If you're here, you probably would like to do better for yourself, whatever that means for you. If you aren't numb, or I should say, if you try to get, however old you are, as numb as possible, as quickly as possible, to as big of numbers as possible, you get to play bigger with the same emotional strain. Okay, and if you're not doing as well as you'd like to, here's the reality. You can go to zero, not that you would want to, okay? You wouldn't play at a, especially if you're a little bit older. If you're a little younger, I think going to zero is not the worst thing. But theoretically, and in reality, you can go to zero infinite times. You already don't have what you want. Okay, but if you're playing bigger, when it works, it's gonna work plenty. You already have nothing to lose. You're unhappy, correct? Now, if you have a family with a mortgage and a house, you gotta play a little bit. But I think everybody's a little too fucking conservative, man. Conservative doesn't change lives. Nothing pisses me off more than when people are like, dude, all you gotta do is skip Starbucks each day. Invest it into the S&P 500. Live a great life. And in 45 years, you'll be a millionaire. It's like, dude, a millionaire in 45 years. A millionaire even today means almost nothing. A millionaire in 45 years. Oh, wait, did we forget about inflation? Jesus, come on, dude. You have to play. Play the game. You're not going to get to level 15 if you're at level 2 by skipping Starbucks and buying the S&P 500, dude. You got to take some risk, big dog. Which means be more aggressive. Which means if you're young and you have no responsibilities, man, now's the time. If you go to zero, big fucking deal. I did it multiple times, and I'm fine. All right, 350 out here on the 5-minute, man. There's nothing. Check out the 2, looking a little bit better here on the 2. We'll watch bar 69. Big insecure bull body. On bar 69. Check out the 5. Yeah, about 2 minutes out. It's early on the 5 minute. All right, so I'm on the 2. We got a big old soft bull channel here on the 2 minute chart. Let's see if the bears want to get a little bit cocky. And if they can, man, I'll fade them. Ooh, there we go. There we go. All right, see if the bulls want to maintain that as a soft bull channel. Get them here on the 2 minute chart. ATR here is 31, by the way. Come on, you bulls. Fade that son of a gun. Fade that son of a gun. ATR 32. Made it back up into the soft bull channel. Come on now, bulls. Let's not get pushed around like that. Getting smacked down. There's the open bar 73. ATR is 30. Oh, see if they'll take it. Otherwise, I gotta pull it. Oh, you son of a gun. That was such a nice pop. Pull that order. See if they want to take one more run at it here. That was much better than a half ATR. Had that given me a fill. Sometimes you get no fill. ATR 31. Oh, got even better. Got even better. Scalp number 2 of the day. 2-0 on the day. Let's keep it pushing. Should we check out a 2-minute? I'm sorry, a 5-minute? We're on a 2-minute. Ugly. All right, so we did a little better than 2,000 on that last trade, which leaves us up like 3,900. Slow and steady. You gotta keep pushing. Apex or take profit trader? Man, both is the answer. Both. You need money coming in often. That's where take profit comes in. And Apex, now that they decreased the trading days from 8 to 5. But Apex is where you make the numbers a little bit bigger. Take profit is where you, in my opinion, I think is the best way to bootstrap going full time. So use take profit as a workhorse, keep those bills paid, and then use Apex to get ahead. You gotta do both. Don't play small and go one. We just had this conversation. Don't play small. Playing small, how's that going? Not to sound like a fucking dick, but I want you to win. So how's that going? You gotta play a little bigger. Bet on you, man. MFF is in the chat. What's up? You guys want to give me code BIG or what's going on, man? The thing is I liked my funded futures, and then they like gave me the code. And then after like a month or something, they're like, hey, we're not gonna, no code anymore. I got like an automated email. They like booted me out because I didn't promote it right away. I like the firm though, man. What's up? MFF, shoot me an email, man. I'm open to making amends. You know, so with YouTube, my question to YouTube, and I've never had like an actual answer to this. If I don't monetize the stream, can I create an environment where none of you get ads, which is problematic in and of itself because YouTube will put ads on stuff even if I don't monetize it. But can I turn off monetization, have them put no ads on my stuff, and then play copyrighted music? That's what I want to do. But I don't know if they're okay with that. All right, 20 seconds out here on a 2-minute. All right, 353 out here from the close of bar 31 here on the 5-minute. MFF. Big dog. Appreciate you guys. You know, I was in their portal. You guys have a great portal. My Funded Futures, they have a great portal. And I gotta tell you, how long have I said, you guys? I've always said that my third, when I add Apex, Take Profit, I've always said my Funded Futures would be number 3. So maybe I'll be adding number 3 here soon. What do you guys think? All right, we got a minute 22 out here. Yeah, now I guess I guess my Funded Futures they're getting a free Apex account. I don't know. That's too funny. Five-minute looking good. Should we pop over? It is looking good. You weren't lying. All right, we'll keep an eye on bar 31 here. Now the problem here, I mean, right? I'm a little concerned that this whole thing just becomes a big giant trading range. $50 seconds outer from the close of 31. Bar is getting a little sizable compared to 29 and 30. Let's see if they can take out the wick high of 17 and go. Chances are the answer is no, by the way. We're just basing it off probability. Look at that bar. Big body on 31. All right, we'll watch 32. We'll watch 32. Check out a 2-minute. Oh man. Oh man. ATR on the 2 minute sitting at 27. Let's see if they bump this a bit. Man, I'm sorry, the 5-minute chart, bar 32 on the 5-minute chart, and bar 79 on the 2-minute chart, pulling in hard. So, here, let's look at a 5. You see this? Remember we said chances are it comes right back in, turns into a range? What's the probability? In a developed range, it's like 80%. It's not so much a developed range, so maybe 75% that the breakout attempt fails, and here we are failing. Here we are failing. Goodness. Come on, you bulls. Did you lose your account on that bar? Oh yeah, they're all blown. All blown, baby, on the invisible trade. Bar 32. Roll it over here in 20 seconds. Minute looking better and better and better here. Let's see if we can clean up. Let's see if this market can give us a big, beautiful curl. And my number one thought here is, after bar 31, does this turn into a big soft bull channel, or do we maintain the big sideways range that started on kind of bar 13, right? That's the question right now. So again, here in a little while, we're gonna do, I'm gonna give away 2 free Apex evals. And since My Funded Futures came in with thousands of XP, we'll give these evals to number 2 and 3. Feel like that makes sense, right? But not yet, we'll do it in a little while. Whoever holds that spot when the time comes, a couple of big winners. Slowing down a bit ahead of 25K. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some coffee. Don't you go anywhere, big dog. We got more work to do. Man, you know I can't miss this. What do we got here? Should we take a look at the 2 and see if something's on over there? Oh, man. The 5-minute bar is getting pretty sizable, man. It's getting too close to the wick low of 13, which is the low of day. You guys know all about that, don't you? Yeah, I gotta hit it here on the 2-minute. You know I do. Come on, Bears. Hold that nice and clean. Hold that low. Place him for the rollover. Go, Bears! Take it! The Bears bounce... I'm sorry, if the Bulls bounce this back up and it's a big old trading range, I do not want to participate. Got about 5 more seconds to see if the Bears won it. Gotta pull it. No fill, no trade. They don't want it quick enough, man, so I don't want them. What coffee do I have? I have this guy. Because my stream was up out there, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh shit. I gotta hustle and get back in there. I don't have time. I don't have time to pour coffee. Oh man, I gotta get ready again! Oh, it's coming right in. It's close. You know I still got to put it on. Place him. Roll over. Bears. Take it. Punch through. Hunt the wick low a day. Look at that hesitation. They don't want it. They don't want it right away. Give them 5 more seconds here. Look, we got a bunch of babies. Bunch of baby bears. Well, we got 2/3 of people green. Now the question is, in that poll that I just ended, the question is, are 2/3 of people really green? Or are we getting some people who are red who don't have the guts to press red? Maybe you're just that good. Yeah, 5 minute hanging out, hesitating down near the low. So we'll sit here on the 2 for a little while. See what's up over here. Question, how many copied accounts is too much? That's the wrong question. Big man, the question is, how many copied accounts is too little? If you get to the point where you're copy trading 100 prop accounts and you start having glitches or something, okay, then figure out how to not have glitches, but don't pull back. Gotta scale, big dog. All right, right now for the 2 free Apex evals, currently at the leaderboard, we have X Jones 1000 and Big E. So whoever's in second and third place, when giveaway time comes around, you'll each get a free Apex eval. All right, market just tried to take out the low a day. Not doing a tremendous job. Let's see if they can make a harder push here. on a 5-minute chart for now. Beautiful bears. Nice push. All right, let's see what's up on a 2-minute here. Big body. Place him. They will take it. Suck that risk up! There we go. See what the Bears got in store. See if they can actually get this thing done. ATR here on the 2-minute chart, 36. All right, you Bears, I want to see 200 points, big dog. I want to see a dump off of a cliff. I want to see bull tears. Very small body there on 92. There you go, Bears. Get that job done. Keep that pushing, big dog. close at 93. I gotta move my stop there on 93. Which is gonna make it tight. But that's okay. That was just my reward to risk from the jump on this trade, by the way. And by the way, that trailer, that's going to be tight because we're on a 2-minute chart. You got to remember that, right? These are more scalps than anything. ATR sitting 34. Look at this. What is that? About a 20-to-1 reward to risk? The whole time, man. That's what it was. ATR 35. Close, no cigar. Come on, you bears. Ooh, very close. Very close. You son of a gun! What do we get new? Oh, you son of a bitch. We were maybe 3 points away from target. What do we get, news? Yeah, I don't know. Nothing coming through the wire yet. All right, let's keep pushing, man. That's trade number 3. Basically break even on that little guy. Man, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you'll get within 2 or 3 points of target, and you'll get some volatility. Big deal. All right, well, let's take a peek at a 5-minute. About 37 seconds out here from the close. Nothing going on there. We'll keep an eye here on the 2. Minute 40 out. All right, 45 seconds. Ooh, coming right into the lows. Ooh. Now the question is, does it turn into a trading range or does it take out the low? If it takes out the low, I'll short. There we go. Skipped over my limit on the stop limit sell. All right, there we go. Now, concern here, biggest risk to this trade is does it not take out the low and turn into a big sideways range here between bar like 94 and the current price, obviously. So let's see what the bears got. Whoops. There you go. Bears, about time to fade this thing, man. Very small bear body there, which means it cannot move my stop. Because I probably wouldn't short bar 97, you know, it's such a tiny little bear body. Oh, bears are getting pushed around. Off a cliff. Off a cliff. Go. I want to see 450 points with a whole shitload of slippage in my favor. ATR 39. All right, roll over a bar 98 here, coming soon. We'll see if I have to move my stop, by the way. A bit of a wick there on 98. Let's see if 99 takes out the low of 98 in the first, I'll say 15 seconds. If they do, I'll move my stop. Nope, they don't want it, which means I'll stay put. ATR 36. Come on, you bears. You're teasing. ATR 37. Alright, there's the open of bar 100. Nothing I can do there on 99, so I wait. Bears being a little too nice to the bulls. Yeah, fucking right. ATR 36, take it lower. Bar 100, lucky bar 100. Yeah, luck ain't got a damn thing to do with it. Maybe a little. We're getting close. ATR 36, 37, depending on the move here. Bears, you're kind of starting to piss me off, man. Little extra here. Come on, you bears. There. Boom! Full ATR for a scalp. Keep it pushing. So we've had 3 winners and 1, like, break-even small loser. 4 trades so far on the day. Let's keep them moving. Man, if you guys haven't yet, hit like on the stream. Or dislike, man, if you're a fucking lame, because it does the same thing. Let's do it. Minute 10 out here. We got bar 101 on 2-minute NQ chart. Let's see. 45 seconds out. Bull's taking it higher. All right, giveaway time. I'll give you 60 seconds to try to shake up the ranking. Free Apex eval to whoever is in place number 2 and 3 in the chat. 60 seconds from now. Go. If you copy and paste. Yeah, who gives a shit? Just do whatever you want. Fuck. $20 seconds. Cut it! That's it! Gamma X Jones. 2 big winners. Gamma and X Jones 1000. Both of you guys. I need you promptly to join my free Discord server. Once you do, go to the daily discussion channel, say, "What's up, big dog? Give me my shit," and do it now. And I will. All right, both of you guys. Nice and quick, we love it. All right, added both you guys as friends. Go ahead and accept that. All right, Gamma, I'm sending you a number. Type it back in the YouTube chat. $2746 delivered to Gamma. Jones, I sent you a number. Type it back to me in the YouTube chat. $2836 delivered to Jones. Good work. Inside close there at a bar 103 here on the 2. All right, guys. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to go hit lunch. Good day so far. Making some slow and steady progress. 3 winners, 1 like tiny loser break-even type trade out of 4 trades. So going well here so far. All on the 2-minute today? Interesting. Interesting. I like the 2-minute. 5 minutes typically going to be home base, but you got to be able to hop around. If you can't hop around, the skill level's not good enough yet. Okay, it doesn't matter. Time frame doesn't matter. You'll find a window that you like. I like 2 to 5. Maybe 1 to like 15, really. But 2 to 5 is a real nice window. 5 is a great balance, great home base. Anyway, guys, hey, subscribe to the channel. I will see you tomorrow morning for Pharaoh Friday, big dog. All right, see you soon.